everybody, it's Jeanette Voza. Today I'm sharing this junk journal that I made for my niece. It's her Christmas present. She's in Australia, so I had to get done pretty early so we can get it mailed out to her. There's also a design team project for Luise Heinzl, as it uses her Sabrina's Cauldron kit, which is just absolutely gorgeous. All these beautiful purples and this wonderful witchy theme to it. Really love it. So this is a hardback journal made with chipboard, so it's just chipboard put together. And here on the cover, what I have is some wallpaper. And I was concerned about it sticking, so I use book tape to bind the book. And I was concerned about it sticking to the book tape, so I first glued the wallpaper to some cardstock. That's why you can see it's got a little bit of depth to it, and then the cardstock to the book, just to ensure that, because I know that the cardstock will stick to the book tape, but I was a little concerned about the wallpaper. So that seems to have worked, and I really like it anyways. It looks really cool that way, I think. So here on, we have the wallpaper, and this is one of the tags from the kit. And then the back is another sheet of the wallpaper. And then you can see, if I can get this in frame somehow, along the side here, what I've done is I took a ribbon and then just sewed some buttons on for some pretties. Let's see if I can show that to you better. There we go. And it's done in all the colors that are in the kit. And those I've sewn into this spine piece, and then the spine is glued onto, or sorry, the spine cover piece is then glued onto the spine, so that's how I did that. Oops. And let's see, going inside. So I didn't want to like over decorate the book, because I know my nieces, so that there's this one and another. I made another one for my other niece, which you'll see in another video. They love junk journals, they love journaling, they love playing with books, they love making their own books. So I wanted to kind of give some ideas throughout on how they could decorate the pages, but I didn't want to overly decorate them for them. So in this pocket, which comes in the kit, is this little envelope, which also comes with the kit, and inside you can see I stuffed it. So it's stuffed with little bits that I cut from, extra pieces of the kit, other little bits from my stash, some stickers, there's different flowers, and just all kinds of little doohickeys in there so that they can go through and decorate. And like I said, I did some collaging in places just to kind of say, okay, here's the kind of thing that you can do. And then my nieces really love to color. So throughout, I also stamped some images using the different stamps in my stash. Some of are printed from digital stamps that I've purchased. And they're just tucked throughout so they can color them, either put them back in the pocket or use them on the page as they like. And then this is one of the cards from the kit. Look at the gorgeousness. I love the colors. What I've done on some of these cards was I found these cute little cards that have these, it's kind of like a potion. So this one is ghost repellent. And so I thought that was kind of cute. So give them a little something to, some of them you can actually do. So now this paper, as you can see, it's all jagged and whatnot. I had, for a previous project, I had these pages and I had burned them, and then it was requested not to have anything from a smoking, and even though you cannot, I leave these outside for a long time and you cannot smell these, and I have an issue with smoke myself, so I have no problem with them, and I know my nieces do not. So I saved those to use in another project, and they worked out perfectly here. So I did just sit outside with a lighter and just kind of lit, and I keep a empty, but it has soil in it. We have an empty flower pot, so that I just light it, and right when it starts, I just dip it right into the flower pot. One, it kind of also puts dirt on the pages, so it gives a little something to it, but it also ensures that, my pages don't burn away. And this is some washi tape from my stash. And I think this is just a remnant from one of the pages, and then in the kit, she has these great little corner pockets. And then throughout, I found these little medieval images. And so on these burned pages, on one side is these little medieval images. Also throughout is Kool-Aid dyed paper. So mostly, I believe it's just purple and this blue. And then the blue is, I don't know if you can see that, is also has some shimmer on it. These are just gorgeous pages. And I didn't do any stenciling on this one. I just kind of went around with a brush to make it look, nice and dingy like the burnt pages. I did use a few, in another book I had printed out some more of Luise Heinzl's pages, and so I used some of those pages along with some scrapbook paper. So this back here is some scrapbook paper to add throughout the book. And so this is a little pocket. These are just adorable. This is pockets that you get with the kit, and they are teeny tiny. And I believe this you could use as a belly band. It comes in the kit, but I just thought it made a cute, almost like a little bookmark to put into the little pocket. And there's another little... All the pictures that I used for this one are all witchies. And here's another of the pockets from the kit, and some washi tape for a couple of the tags. And again, they can use all the little decorations to decorate the tags as well. And then here what I did was, so you have, this is the page. And this Cauldron, I printed it, the page twice, because I used a lot of the elements throughout the book. And then just fussy cut out the frog with the cauldron and pasted it down so that I could have a little pocket. It's a neat little... I always like to find ways in the pages to hide pockets. And all these tabs also come with the kit. I put them throughout. And some washi tape. And again, these cute little pockets. And this is just, like I said, I like to, because in order to do this, you need to print the page twice. Well, what are you going to do with the rest? I use everything. So for instance, this piece here ended up somewhere else as a little bookmark like this one. Elements throughout I use. So I like to use everything. So this is another piece from another page and another little witch stamp. If you like any of the stamps and want to know what they are from, just let me know and I can let you know where you can get those. So, like I said, oops, I'm out of frame. Didn't do a whole lot because I wanted them to have fun with it. Do stuff on their own. Did put a bunch of pockets in so that they'd have places, and of course I had to... This is one of the big tags that you get with the kit. I love those. Another little stamped image. Another of those really great pockets. And again, there's a little witchy recipe and one of the tags. And then here again, like I said, I like to look at the pages as they are and then see where I can hide a pocket. And then in here, I have have one of the pockets, and this is just a scrap piece of scrapbook paper. And this is actually a rub-on that I put on there, and another tags, set of tags. And again, this is really cute. I like the index card look of it. For another of my digi stamps. And a tag. Oop. This is actually some stamping, so I didn't do stamps. I can speak. I did do some stamping. So it's just a script stamp. And this is actually, I believe this is from Blueberry Morning from Luise Heinzl. This page back here with some washi tape and another digi stamp that I got. So again, this is also Blueberry Morning. And then one of the belly bands or bookmarks, however you want to use these. I've used it here as a extra belly band for one of the cards with the recipe on the back and another little digi stamp. And again, I like to hide those little pockets. And then here is just, oh, a bunch of stuff. Another piece of, I believe this is some alcohol ink dyed paper. And just layered one of the pockets over it for one of the big tags. And a couple of the little tags with one of the recipes on the back. And then here we have another of the pockets. I love this little like label image. Some washi tape for another digi stamp. And another of the tags. I love the little kit. And this is another of my stamps. Quoth the Raven. And here, this is a part of one of the design papers within the kit. So after fussy cutting and using different pieces out, I had this little piece left. So took one of the little pockets and just layered it over. And this is one of the elements from the kit. And another of little flower rub-on. And I believe this is the one I was telling you before that I cut up the middle and made it into a little bookmark. And these fit really nicely into those little pockets. And this is another of the tags. Colors in this kit are gorgeous. I don't use enough purple. Beautiful page. Oops, oops, oops. I've used several of these elements throughout the book. Like I said, it's not a whole lot. Just some places, little belly band with digi stamp. I want them to decorate it. Have fun with it. And here again we have this little leftover bit of scrapbook paper. Back up the little pocket, one of the pockets. And again, this was taken from that page. Like I said, I took a lot of elements for the page with all of the vials and stuff. Those were really neat. He slips in there. And another of the journal cards with the recipe on the back. And then another of the little hidden pockets for a journal card with another recipe on the back. And again, a little bit of scrapbook paper backing the pocket. And one of the tags from the kit. Another of the tags, and this is actually a stamp, not a digi stamp. I color like crazy, so I have lots of stamps and digi stamps so I can color all the time. This It's one thing I love doing with my nieces. So we always sit around and color. And another journal card with another recipe on the back. This is actually from the kit. As you can see, it kind of matches the little journal cards. And another of the pages from Luise Heinzl with the, and I'd have to look it up to remember which of her kits this back paper comes from, and then a piece of scrapbook paper, and then one of the trims from the Sabrina's Cauldron kit. Wonderful little journal card. I just love that kitty. And this actually is a speckle stamp, and I just speckle stamped it. And then a piece of scrapbook paper for the pocket, and just a word from my stash for one of the great big tags. I love the colored pumpkins on the bottom. And another of the great journal cards with another recipe. And then this is you can see this is the page where I took that other piece from. And again, I just made a hidden pocket from it with another journal card inside. And on the back cover is another pocket, and this is another piece from that with all the little vials that I took from it and one of the little labels. And in here I had this little skull, but he didn't fit into the envelope from the front, so I just tucked him in here. So it can either sit there, and he can even be a journal card or be used as an element in one of the pages. So that is the book. Lots of room for them to do whatever they want to it. I'm probably going to give them a few other little things, maybe some washi tape and whatnot, so that they can really decorate and have fun with it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Definitely go take a look at the Sabrina's Cauldron kit by Luise Heinzl. Gorgeous kit, wonderful purples. And I'll see you next time. If you have any comments, questions, please put them below. I'll get back to you. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.